So I wanted to do a training on charting for you guys. I was going to do it just in a Google Hangout, but I figured this way everyone can see it. It is really, really super important to chart your business from the very first day that you begin. Um, if you don't chart your business, it's like you have a destination, but you have zero map to get there. So this is your map. Um, and honestly, if your upline has been charting for you, which I am guilty of doing for people, it honestly is a disservice to them. Nobody ever charted me when I started this business. Jackie told me to print out my chart and to start filling it in, and that was going to be how I would know where I was going. And that was exactly right. And if I ever do need help charting my business now, I already have my charts that I can take pictures of and send them to her. So start charting your business from the very beginning. So how we're going to do this is a Ruby map. And what I do is, like, say you just started this business, you can, in the corner here, that's going to be huge. Hang on. Okay. You can put like your first 4 loyal customers. So let's say you sign up Joel, and then let's say you signed up Amy, and then you signed up Howard, and then let's say you signed up Dennis, because those are all probably names of people that I'm sure. Okay, so this is how I do maps for people when they very first start. Is I will start writing down their first 4 loyal customers, because that's the first step. All right, so each month you always want that. So now how you're going to start filling in your chart is these 3 boxes are going to be your personally enrolled distributors. So you're going to start reaching out to people, talking to people. Make sure you're constantly actively inviting people into this business. If you're worried that you're getting discouraged because people aren't signing, then you're not inviting enough people. So the first thing you're going to do is, like, okay, let's say when I started my business, I signed Amanda. Okay, so put her in a box. And then let's just say, then I signed Amy. All right. And then we'll put my husband in here. So let's say Joe. All right, so I got my first 3 distributors. So let's say they haven't done anything. It doesn't matter. As soon as I sign someone, I'm filling in this box. So I know that I have my top line complete. So now I need to help one of these 3 distributors get a distributor. The other thing I could do is, let's say let's say Sally wants to sign, and I know Amanda is really working hard on a distributor, and I think she's going to have a distributor, but I want to, I really want to help her along so I can get this Ruby bonus. I can go in here and I can place Sally here. And then let's say Amanda signs up Anne. All right, so now I am completely in place for my Ruby bonus. Now the only thing I have to do is fill volume. So everyone needs to be a 400 box every month. That's our goal, is you want your personal volume to be at 400. So usually if you're getting your 4 loyal customers per month, that's going to take care of that. So for Amy and Joe, just make sure they're, getting their loyal customers. They've gotten their 4. Sometimes it takes a little more than that if they're just ordering Fat Fighters or greens, but their volume has to be at 400. Now, Amanda, her personal volume doesn't need to be at 400 because she now has a team under her. She has Sally and Anne. So Amanda's volume is now going to be made up of her team's volume. So Sally plus Ann. So let's say Amanda only has, let's say 350 volume from her loyal customers, but Sally and Ann have gotten their volume up to 400. It doesn't matter that Amanda's volume is less because her volume is now going to be Sally's volume plus Ann's volume plus her personal volume. So what I do is every month I have the chart that I'm working on and my next goal. So um, if someone just starts, I like to start out with a Ruby chart because that's really our first goal. But once you hit Ruby, then you can go and print out your executive chart, or not your executive, sorry, your emerald chart and your diamond chart. So you can see your next 2 promotions you're working on, and keep filling those out. Now, I go in throughout the month, and typically about halfway through the month, I go in and I look at everybody's individual volume and see how they're doing. And now, even though auto ships don't run until the 25th is the last date, you can still go in and look at the loyal customers who are going to run auto shipments still and kind of get a guess of what your volume will be if those loyal customers continue to order the same thing. Now it's tricky because a lot of people go in and change their orders, just a couple days before the 25th, but it does give you a rough idea. So I know that, let's say Ann has no more loyal customers whose auto shipments are going to run, and it's the 15th, and let's say her volume is only at 200. I know that Ann and I need to work really hard to get her volume to 400, and Amanda needs to, all of us need to work really hard to get Ann's volume to 400 so that the promotion can happen. And, this is why it's a team that we're on, is because nobody gets ahead in this business without helping out the people on their team. So everybody needs to really work together and help each other out, make sure they're, doing their responsibility to keep their volume up so that, whoever's team they're on, they can promote, and same with the people under them. So we all work together. But this is basically how you chart. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Everybody needs to be doing this from the very beginning, because that's how you know where you're going. If you don't know what your team's volume is, and let's say you sign a whole bunch of loyal customers, you can place those customers and you're not going to have any idea where to place them if you're not keeping track of their volume. And you're not going to know when you get a distributor where to place them, if you don't have this all mapped out. So make sure you're mapping from the very beginning so you know where you're going.